Hi, everyone,
This is Danielle,
and this is Marcy,
and we're the founders of
Women's
Womben
Space.
Space. So today we're going to be doing a quick interview, just kind of to tell you a little bit about ourselves and what we're creating at Women's Space. So I want to start, Danielle. Who is a woman that helped you become the woman that you are today, that has inspired you?
Oh, that's a great question. I have picked up a little bit from everyone. I would like to say that there was one influential golden role model that taught me everything. Um, but like most of the learning curves in my life, I always learn from the bad and the suffering. And it's in these trials and tribulation that bring me the biggest development in my character and the biggest lessons that last, that are everlasting. And I would say they are definitely my mother and my cousin. She was very close. She was more like an aunt. My dad was the youngest of 12. So um, she was, even though she was a cousin, she was more like an aunt role and almost like a grandmother to my two boys. And so they were amazing women, had so much to offer the world, but just never put themselves first and really had a relationship with themselves. So seeing the overgiving and the overdoing, the overachieving for all except for doing for themselves really actually laid out the path of everything not to do in a relationship with self. But I also took the golden nuggets of their interpersonal relationships and their giving heart and their expansive heart and their ability to just be saints in their own way.
Beautiful.
Yes. Yeah. So, Marcy, I'd like you to tell me a little bit about your reasoning and passion for wanting to develop and create Women's Space.
So, my reasoning and my passion behind Woman Space has really kind of come from feeling like through my own healing journey, it's like just going out in the world and researching and healing through doing, healing through doing, healing through myself and my own journey, but also feeling kind of alone in the world doing all of this work and not quite really feeling like I had the support or maybe like, the sounding board. And when later in life, it's like I've learned so much and I want to share it with other women who also are looking for, a safe space, a safe haven to kind of come and have an all inclusive space where they can look and find things for what they're going through and also have like a platform for things that are a little bit more women centric, a little bit more female based, topics that aren't readily talked about or communicated about, um, that they can kind of come and really dig in and feel like supported and held up by your female sisters and community.
Oh, I think that's so needed. So needed. We oftentimes are in the dark times alone, and the camaraderie that we are familiar with sometimes is like a girls' night out, and it's
Yeah.
it's something that it's not a development and a growth, and there's we oftentimes stay in the problem. Women are much more known for gossiping than men, so we do talk about our feelings,
Yeah.
but the trajectory of how we do it is just a little bit upside down, and so that's awesome. That's amazing. Very needed.
Okay. Um, so I want to ask you another question for you in this women's space. What are you most excited to bring to the space and share with the women here?
Oh, that is a really good question. You're full of good questions. Um, I believe that we all have unique gifts, and I believe when we start opening up those gifts and really fine tuning what our gifts are, um, we are able to grow the gifts even
Mm-hmm.
more. It's one thing to know them, it's another thing to be able to utilize and share them with others. And there is a synergy in feedback when women do receive, and you get feedback from the community, and you also get feedback on what's most needed. And so there's always a learning curve there. So I'm excited. I'm very excited for the unknown, but also to share everything that I have incubated over the last 5 to 6 years during my own healing journey, and just rapid amounts of learning. And at the time, I didn't really know what all these little breadcrumbs were.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back now, I see the trail and I'm like, wow, it all had its place. It had its place. The dark night of the soul, um, the fear, the crashing of the body, the activation of the nervous system. And there's just not, these are things we're not educated about when we're young. They're not talked about in our families. They're not guided by unless we have a fully embodied and healthy divine feminine role model in our lives. So I'm very excited to get into some topics and just kind of unfold layer by
Yeah,
layer by layer, and have so much growth. I feel that we begin teaching what we need to learn the most. And so I feel that I've done enough solitude work, and sitting with just heaps of information and sifting through like valuable amounts of knowledge. So I'm ready to go to the next step and see what other people have to integrate into this very, very needed field of community of women.
absolutely. So within women's space and this energy, you know, I think it's pretty exciting because there's, you know, there we have a platform that we can share so much on. And I'm really excited to have the community and for people to also be able to leave in the comments what they would like to learn, like what is coming up for them, um, where they're seeking information or seeking healing or seeking a curiosity like think tank for their community to kind of drop into some topics that are, maybe puzzling them or feeling a little alone and dissecting. I think it's amazing how much the collective works within us and the way women have a tendency to all, not all, but to come together and kind of be going through similar things at the same time. And this is a really cool community way of being able to come together and like be like, oh, I'm going through this. Let's work on it together. Let's heal together.
It is very exciting. It's an amazing time to be alive. I believe a lot of activating topics are coming up in the public eye, um, in society, in interpersonal relationships, in relationship with self. And I think a great analogy is like when you lose something and you can't find it and you don't have the best lighting. You either turn on the lights, see what you've lost, or you grab your cell phone. That we all have flashlights and we use our cell phone to kind of go rummage for what we found. And I think all these things are being lit up and they're coming to the surface and they're activating us. And it's with a divine purpose of us needing to heal those. And there's no need for these things to be silent anymore. And they feel tumultuous at times, but I feel that in community, we can definitely, collective healing containers are so amazing. Things that you even have within yourself as personal blocks. When you're in a collective container, sometimes people just speak the right words at the right moment, and something might have been higher of a priority on your list. And you hear this person that might be in this pain or suffering, in this place that they can't really seem to push through, and you're like, you know what, I'm actually going through that. It just wasn't high on my priority list. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
prioritizing it, but it was divinely placed there to hear somebody else be a channel to deliver that message that you needed to hear. So it's kind of like popcorning in a container of all the things that you really need to work on. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's pretty phenomenal. It is really beautiful the way a healing container works and how, somebody that lives in a completely different place in the world from you can be literally going through something at the same time or give you words for something that you didn't know how to explain.
Yeah.
It's pretty lovely.
It is. It is. It is. So we've talked a little bit about container
Mhm.
community, all of the things that can be achieved and brought forward. And these are all parts of ourselves. Like they're taking energy from us. We're not
Mhm.
living our best life. We're not raising our children the best. We're not being the best employee. Where if we're entrepreneurs, we are not being the visionaries that we really can set out and truly be. We're not speaking our truth. We're attracting bad relationships. We're staying in
Mhm.
cycles that are unnecessary. So we've talked about all of these things that we really can like draw out
Yeah.
and really access. How are we going to access them? What are we going to be using? What are some modalities that are going to help facilitate this?
Okay. So some of our main modalities that we'll be working with is EFT, which is tapping. So the compassion based talking, tapping, clearing modality that helps you to navigate some of these deeper repressed emotions or traumas within the physical body and the energetic body to give them a voice, to give them a identity, to kind of love on what we may feel is unlovable, such as guilt, shame, anger, um, traumas that may have been met with repression or silence or um, aggravation. A lot of times when we're younger, we share something and we are hushed or we're repressed. And all of those needed an outlet to go somewhere to move out of the body. So all of these are living within us. And we also have a lot of these belief systems that get programmed into us as well at a very young age. And even through lifetimes, we bring through these beliefs and these um, pieces of ourselves that are no longer in alignment with who we are today and who we are becoming to move forward to be the visionaries and the frontier women that we need to be and in the forefront of this evolution that we're all going through. So EFT is a tapping based modality that helps to move a lot of that through the system. We'll also be working with a lot of guided meditation, um, as well as Reiki, like healing energy, to help work on the auric field.
Mm. Yes, those are also all great modalities. Um, I think a question that might even be asked from the collective is, can this be done in conjunction with, say, therapy or psychotherapy? People have, I find often that when people go to therapy, sometimes there's a level of plateau that is
Mm-hmm.
reached after sitting on a couch and just regurgitating, regurgitating, regurgitating. There might be some cognitive changes that take place, but a lot of it is stored in the body. And a lot of the the indoctrination that some of these therapists and professionals go through do not really integrate any
Mm-hmm.
somatic release from the body, and it is where it stays. So another thing that we'll be tapping on, I'm so glad that you're bringing all your expertise to the table, and I would also like to offer some auric things that really do re-energize, clear out, and bring out some of the stagnation of the auric field, because a lot of this is energetic, and you can release it from the mental plane, you can release it from the physical plane in the body, and a lot of it just gets stuck out here.
Mm-hmm.
And so sound healing sound healing and frequency. We're all frequency, right? Some of us are just denser, some of us are lighter. And with so much innovation and like super speed, rapid evolution of technology and EMF and all of this stuff, we're not being equipped with what to do to recalibrate our energy system. And so sound healing is a great modality for that. So we will also be providing some offerings of resources such as sound baths, tuning fork attunements, and very, very special voice activation. Whenever you don't have access to those plays, we're going to equip people with voice activation. It is the first frequency that you're ever equipped with. And hearing, I mean, it's the first sense to develop in the womb and the last, usually the last sense to leave, yeah, to that our body no longer is able to utilize before we pass. So activating the voice is a great tool, and it actually our womb, um, part of the reason for Womben Space is it's where all life is created. It's where creation is. It's where our vitality, our life force is, our passion, our dreams, our inspiration, and it pulls all the way into our throat chakra. And everything we think, feel, and know is pulled from that place. So when we're not healing, it's not good, you know. So voice activation is great for that. So we'll do some of that.
The voice activation is amazing that Danielle offers. It is beautiful, and it's one of those tools, right? I think many of us as women have been silenced either in this lifetime or past lifetime, and may or may not be in alignment with the beauty of our voice. You know, we have to use our voice to demand, to yell, scream, you know, force our way through life at times. But sometimes we don't really get to explore the beauty and the fullness and the range and the divinity of our song, our siren song that lives within us, that is so healing, that is so mesmerizing and beautiful. And it is within each and every one of us. It's amazing. And to speak to the womb, you know, when we were creating Womben Space, we realized that a lot of us haven't spent a lot of time like loving our womb. It is something that monthly we kind of pretty much kind of repress, get angry at, blame, shame.
Not to mention all
curse,
of the deodorized feminine and
Yeah.
sprays and ridiculous things that we are told like it's not fine the way it is.
Yeah.
It's a bit ridiculous. Yeah.
So we created Womben Space as an embrace, to embrace the beauty and to go into this space, and allow it to become something beautiful, something blessed, something, you know, serene, something delicious and wild and creative and amazing. And so we'll be doing a lot of meditations, a lot of journaling prompts, different sound activations around the womb, so that you can reclaim this space as yours. And you know, also we'll be doing some unfolding into the traumas that may be in there, carried down from your mother, your mother's mothers, your mother's mother's mothers, your mother's mother's mothers, on both sides of your family, that may have not have happened to you in this lifetime, but still may be within this space that you hold energetically. And we'll be clearing that and releasing it, and then we'll be owning it as your own today in this world, and reclaiming your stake in your body. So it's one of these things within ourselves as women that we don't have a lot of rites of passage and honoring within our communities any longer. And In this space, we will have some rites of passage that you can go through as a younger woman into womanhood, and also as an older woman into your matriarchy, to allow yourself to claim your rightful place on your throne in this lifetime and through the different processes through your life.
Yes, yes. I love that. I love that. And there is a supreme reclamation that is taking. I mean, historically, we've had more recently the silencing, but I mean, if you look into, even Roman or Greek, some of the mythology, and if you even look at some of the ancient cultures of our ancestors, there were the goddesses,
Mm-hmm.
and they were worshipped. And somewhere there was the fall of the feminine, and this huge patriarchy came, and we're hurting, even the men,
Mm-hmm.
even the men, and so this reclamation, whether we like it or not, is taking place. So claiming your seat in the forefront of this movement and becoming a frontier in the movement is, it's going to be only of service to yourself and to everyone collectively, your loved ones, everybody raises. And there's a great awareness to epigenetics now. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there's so much research. I mean, heart math
Oh,
is one of the
yeah.
biggest.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there's so
Yeah.
much funding and just amazing amounts of information available there. And the heart rate variability, and that is the center space that grounds us. It's our physical body. It connects our physical lower body and also our divine upper higher realms. And in this heart, it holds so much. It's the passageway to alchemy, and being able to heal our own bodies and clear that ancestral lineage. All that research is great. Now what we need to do is share the tools.
Yes.
Yeah, the secrets
Yeah.
of the womb.
And that's why we created this channel, because a lot of times, you can't just pop off when you need it, to a healing circle. You can't just pop off to a retreat or a festival or a gathering to receive the healing work that you need. So you can receive this healing work when you need it, like in your home when you're having a meltdown or a breakdown, or that curiosity of what is keeping me held back. So we will have tons of information and tools and access for you to go in to some of these deeper questioning healing spaces. So thank you for joining us. And
Absolutely. Really quick before you
yeah.
leave, just so our audience can get to
Mhm.
know a little bit more. Share with us a woman that's inspired you.
Oh man. There's a lot of women who have inspired me. I've been very lucky to be surrounded by a lot of strong women in my lifetime, um, and currently. Some of the some of the most amazing women I met are actually younger than me. And there is one in particular who is about 6 years old, and she's my stepdaughter, and she inspires me every day to be a better person, to
Mhm.
move a lot of this trauma out of my way, to be better every day, you know,
Mhm.
to share my voice, to have fun, to be light, and also like clear this crap out
Yes.
for the younger generations, to like make life better for them, and it's like they come in with so much wisdom and so much knowledge and clarity, and it's like we all deserve to get back there.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Isn't that the
she's a
truth?
big push.
That's amazing.
She
That's
inspires
beautiful.
me a lot to just be better. And I know a lot of women out there feel the same way when they meet their children,
Absolutely.
And some choose not to have children, and I think that's a beautiful choice as well. And this space that we're creating is for all women. We don't have any bias against what is our belief and your belief. We want a space that is open for all beliefs, all religions, all nationalities, all, like even for men who want to heal and purify themselves to clear the trauma for their women in their lives. Like, this isn't just a channel for women. This is a channel for us to be identifying with what is the pain of a woman, the beauty of a woman, and to go into that deeply.
And the reclamation of that sovereignty of that divine feminine. That is where the healing of yourself comes in. We can read all the healing books in the world. We can be receptive to all the healing modalities. But if we're not receiving within ourselves, if we can't give to ourselves in that divine feminine pathway, we only go so far. That was amazing. Yes. Yeah. So let's go ahead and close out and let them know how they can find us and keep in touch.
Absolutely. So please like, comment, share. Also, you can find us on Instagram at Womben Space and Facebook. And what is our website we have?
Yes, you can also find us at womenspace.com. There we will share any community outreach events, posting and uploading blogs, as well as any in-person retreats or immersions that we have planned for the future, and subscribing to our newsletter.
And any online healing portals as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. You can also freely on there schedule one-on-ones with Marcy and I, or a collective container with us both. So we look forward to being in community with all of you and spreading our wings and claiming the throne of our sovereignty together.
And if you're ready to get started today, you can enjoy one of the videos right over here above us. Follow along.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.